Hey Facebook, this is Tim. Just sitting here watching a little TV, and I caught an episode of Cops. The one where they stopped the girl and her boyfriend on Two Notch, and they went in the belt boy's drawers and found crack in his drawers. I want to give you some information about that stop and how you can protect your rights in a stop like that. All right. One, they stopped her for speeding. So everything they did on the traffic stop had to be about speeding. The entire investigation had to be about speeding. She gave them no probable cause to search her vehicle. When the officer asked, "Can you search your vehicle?" Well, let me back up a little bit. When she got out her vehicle, you notice the officer prevented her from closing her door. That's actually illegal. You have the legal right to secure your vehicle when asked out of the vehicle by an officer. You have the right to roll up your windows, get out of the vehicle, shut the door, and lock the doors. That has been upheld by the Supreme Court, of the United States. Secondly, the officer asked her, he searched the vehicle, and she told him no. Well, he used that as justification to bring out a drug dog. Now, if you notice inside, when the drug dog came out, they took the drug dog on the inside of the vehicle. Well, guess what? That's an illegal search. The dog can only go around the exterior of the vehicle. The dog cannot go inside the vehicle. And for that dog to go inside the vehicle, they have to have a warrant for that dog to go inside the vehicle. So no matter what they found on the guy, they could not charge him with it. They could not charge her with it. They could not take her vehicle. But most people don't know that. And because of her situation, she's most likely got a public defender. He's not going to challenge it. He's not going to challenge the legality of the search. You got to challenge the legality of the search. Because the Supreme Court ruled in Rodriguez v. United States this year, that if an officer stops you, they can only deal with the reason for the stop. If they stop you for speeding, that stop has to be limited to the speeding charge. Unless there's drugs in plain view or something illegal in plain view. They give them a second reason why they can conduct a secondary investigation, because that's what it's called, a secondary investigation. If there's no drugs in plain view, nothing like an open container in plain view, if they smell drugs on you, such as marijuana, they have a legal reason to conduct a search of your vehicle. So they don't need your permission at that point. But if you tell them when they ask to search your vehicle and none of that stuff exists, there's no drugs in plain view, no open container in plain view, you don't smell like any drugs, and they ask to search your vehicle, and you tell them no, they got to leave it at that. They can't bring the drug dog out to go around your vehicle anymore. See, what happened in Rodriguez v. United States is this guy was driving, I think it was in the state of Texas or Kansas somewhere. He was driving, and police pulled him over for speeding. And the officer asked him, "Can you search the car vehicle?" The guy said no. So the officer called the drug dog out. The drug dog hit on the vehicle. It was a legitimate hit on the vehicle. They didn't take the dog on inside the vehicle. It hit on the vehicle. They searched the vehicle for 2 hours, didn't find anything. So because the dog hit, they got a warrant to take the vehicle apart. They took the vehicle apart, searched it 2 more times, didn't find it. They searched it a 3rd time, and they found a panel. And behind that panel was the drugs.
You can't trust Dan. You can't trust anyone.
It was methamphetamines. Well, he was later convicted of drug trafficking. He appealed. He went on appeal. The court, district attorney appealed his appeal. It was reinstated. He appealed again and went at the court of appeals, U.S. Court of Appeals. Well, because there was two district courts, two federal courts had two different decisions. It went to the United States Supreme Court. The United States Supreme Court limited the nature of a secondary investigation, and that limiting, police can no longer call a drug dog out once you tell them that they can't search your vehicle. They have to have reasonable suspicion to bring a drug dog out now. And the Supreme Court was very specific in what they said. They said a person invoking their Fourth Amendment right to be free of search and seizures does not give reasonable suspicion or probable cause to do a secondary investigation. Therefore, they told the prosecutor, unless she could prove that they would have found the drugs without the dog indicating on the vehicle, they had to drop the charges against the man. Return his vehicle. So guess what happened? They held him for 6 years. Well, not 6 years. They held him for 6 months, and later they told him, "No, we're going to try you again. We're going to try you for tax evasion." So they're trying to make up a case for tax evasion to justify his time behind bars now. But the drug charges, which he would have got 35 years, they had to drop. So if that guy that was arrested on 2 nights with the crack in his butt crack, cracking your butt crack, that's what it, cracking his butt crack. If he goes to court now, and he's seen this video, or somebody that know him that's seen this video, simply tell his lawyer the search was illegal.
So Katie, tell me how you
because they took the dog inside the car, and secondly, they had no probable cause to do a secondary investigation.
And who taught you that?
And this challenged the case on that, simply on that. That guy would walk free. That girl would walk free. She would get her car back, and they would pay them for their time in jail. So, thank you.